Hello everyone, Randy here. We're playing Farming Simulator 17 on Rattlesnake Valley on the RDAllen multiplayer server, and just myself on this server here at the moment. Currently harvesting some canola here. And this is the long field here. You know, it takes like the whole episode just to get from one end of the field here to the other. Not quite that bad, but it takes quite a while here to get from one end of the field to the other. And we're harvesting here with the John Deere S680. Nice looking John Deere combine. One thing I probably want to change about it yet though, this combine does have the option for duals on the front as opposed to the single wide tires. So one of these times I'm probably going to run this back up to the shop here and we'll put the duals on it. I think that'll look a little bit better, at least in my opinion anyway. But overall, I have to say, a very nice looking combine. I will note there's a few things that like don't get dirty on the combine, which looks a little weird. You got the steps here, the feeder housing, and it looks like some of the rear axle stuff and undersides. I'm guessing some of these underside bits are probably from another combine, and they just slapped some green paint and textures over the rest of it here. Anyway, just a reminder again for anybody that would like to join us on the multiplayer servers. Links are in the description below for the mods needed to join the server. There are 2 download links for each server. First download link should download all the mods needed to join the server. And make sure if you do use that link, make sure you extract that zip folder once you have it downloaded. Second download link should take you to the server download page. You can download the mods individually from there. Especially good if you're only like missing a couple of mods here and there. And then we have a TeamSpeak server as well, which I am on at the moment, by the way. So for those of you who wonder what the little window there on the right-hand side of the recording there is, that is from TeamSpeak. Like I said, as you can see, I'm the only one in this server here at the moment. We do have a couple of individuals up in server 1, which is Gift of the Caucasus map, by the way. So we got Rattlesnake Valley here on server 2, and Gift of the Caucasus map on server 1. And information for the TeamSpeak server is in the description below as well. And by the way, don't worry if you don't have a mic, you can still join us on TeamSpeak. Like I said before, we do have several individuals that either don't have mics or don't want to talk that do join us on TeamSpeak. You can chat through TeamSpeak as well, or obviously the in-game chat. Like I said before, the in-game chat is somewhat limited though. So preferably that's why we like to use TeamSpeak and request that you do get on TeamSpeak. And as far as the mods go on the server, we've been keeping them pretty much the same. Obviously a few updates here and there, map changes, etc. Probably do have a couple more mods we need to fix yet. The John Deere Combine is one of the mods I want to fix yet. For those who have used this Combine and changed cameras on it, you'll realize there's a large number of cameras on this combine. So there's the first camera, that's just interior view, standard. Then we got this view, which I believe is above the cab, yes. Then we got kind of a tank view. This is kind of a cool view, though, again, I don't know why you'd really want to stay on it very long. Let's see, this must be the rear axle looking out back, I take it. This one I can kind of see, you know, again, being useful. Opposite side. That's probably the pipe, it looks like. And then back, is this? Yes, this is back to the outside third-person view there. So like I said, a lot of different camera views on this combine. I'm going to see once if I can maybe take a couple of those cameras out. For example, do you really need this camera view? I don't think so. Don't really need this one. Definitely don't need this one, in my opinion. I don't know what you do with this camera view. I guess in real life you can see what's coming out of your combine, see if you got an issue, but not so important in this game. And again, if you're not using like GPS or hired workers or something, this view would be handy. Don't really see the point of it myself, but again, it is a cool view. Pipe view. Actually kind of worthless on this combine because we can do the pipe view using this drive control. I believe that adds the pipe cam here. Had to think there on which mod there actually adds the pipe cam. For me, it is right alt. You press right alt and it'll give you the pipe cam. And that'll work with any harvesters, by the way, including the choppers. And one thing I'll probably change on this combine as well, if I do update it, we'll probably bump the capacity down just a little bit. This combine does hold 25,000, which is just a mite ridiculously high. Realistically, probably more around 14,000. So yeah, about, what, 11,000 too many liters there in this combine. Also had a few people saying they haven't really seen a tank like this before. I would have to say this is actually, for where I live, the most common type of tank to see. The grain tank on this combine, that is. Don't typically see the types that fold up, and we look at a combine here that has that style. So yeah, like I said, this is probably the most common type to see in the U.S. where I live, at least anyway. Don't really see the types that fold up. Which I like to say, I think the New Holland there has one of the types that fold up. I believe the Fence do as well. Actually, like almost all the in-game combines probably actually do have the type of tanks that fold up. More, I call it the European style. I don't know if it's necessarily completely European or not, but like I said, just don't really see that quite so much where I live. And like I've mentioned before, it's kind of interesting to see the differences in equipment between what I'm going to call the more American-style equipment versus the more European-style equipment. For example, here's a good example on this combine right here, the wide flotation tires. Far more common to see two duals, narrower duals on the combine than to see flotation tires like this, the wider ones. And again, at least where I live anyway, that's far more common to see the duals. Same thing go for a lot of the tractors in the game as well. As opposed to wider tires, you often see duals. Front duals, rear duals. Especially the rear duals are fairly common. Okay, we're almost to the other end of the field here. And we have had a few equipment upgrades here on the Rattlesnake Valley here. We got the John Deere 8R there. I believe we had that last time. And now we also have the John Deere Air Seeder. And I don't remember if we had it last time or not. We do have the John Deere 7200. That is the 24-row corn planter, a row crop planter. You can plant corn, soybeans, sunflowers, and sugar beets, I believe, with that one. Probably going to be looking at a new field here next on this map. I have looked at some of the field prices, and yeah, let's just say we're going to definitely need some money here to afford some of these fields. Most of the fields, like 14, 16 there, we're looking at like a couple million to buy those fields. Field 13 there we're looking at, I believe that was like 700,000, I'd like to say. Unless, maybe that was like 1.1 million. Maybe we'll check here in a moment, but a lot of expensive fields on this map. So yeah, like field 13 there, that looks like a nice field to own. Field 17 down in the bottom corner there, kind of a nice field as well. There are some smaller fields we probably could afford. If you look on the right side there, like 19, 20, those are some pretty small fields. On the other side there, I had GPS, got 5, 6, 8. Again, some smaller fields we could probably afford. Kind of want to keep the fields close to the farm here at the moment. At least for the time being. Okay, we're not going to be able to hold the entire of that combine there. Almost full on the grain cart here. Probably should actually look at maybe getting a truck here next. That would probably be a good idea. Oh, and we're probably going to fill this tipper up here as well, aren't we? Okay. So we'll probably have to make a run and either sell or put this in storage. Okay, so it looks like we can put it in storage. We'll probably just end up selling it, though. Putting it in storage doesn't really do as much good. So Sunflower Farmers Market, $7.19. Or the general store, Old Nan Mills. We'll see which one's closer here. Obviously, there's going to be quite a bit of drive if we have to go to one place versus the other. So Sunflower Market, that's not too far away. Old Nan Mills is a little bit closer. And what was the other one? The general store. That's actually probably closer yet. I think we'll probably just run there. And no, I'm not going to be able to empty this combine here, am I? Okay. Anyway, we'll read some comments here in a moment. Avery was asking, what is the horsepower requirement for the Kuhn baler? I believe that was 185 horsepower, so actually a little more than the in-game ones, if I recall correctly. Like the in-game ones are like 150. Oh, it actually is 185. So, okay, they are about the same then. So, yes, exactly the same as the in-game balers. Paul was saying the merger can put two lines together if you set it to left, right. And I believe I did mention that there. You can make a really wide... it's not that the windrow is that wide, but you can take a really wide swath if you go left or right with the merger there. Like I said, you could probably get close to 20 meters into one windrow if you do it that way. Phil in the box was saying another great video. Would be interesting to see if you can slow down the speed on the tractor with courseplay enough to make the bale wrapper work. Says he wasn't going to get the DLC, but he might now. That might possibly work. I'm not sure. I don't see why slowing down courseplay wouldn't work. In theory, it should. Oh, stuck on the... There we go. Okay, stuck on the tire. Here's another kind of example of... This would definitely be a more common American-style tractor setup here, I would say. Got the duals on the rear here. John Deere 4955. Kind of like I've said before, kind of like this tractor. Nice-looking tractor here, in my opinion. Maybe not quite so nice with it being dirty like this, but... Okay, and we'll take this over to the general store here. So yeah, it's not too far away at all here. This will be actually perfect. Danny was saying, why not use a hired worker and follow me for the baler and wrapper? I tried that before. I think I mentioned it when I tried this. Pretty much an absolute failure on follow me's part. Pretty much the baler would get so far ahead that the wrapper would not be able to keep up. And eventually it would just lose the follow me path and quit working. At least that's what happened the last time I tried it anyway. I tried it with... I forget what I all had follow me set to again. But I tried it a couple of different ways. Pretty much like I said, follow me was an abject failure. I had everything set up right. It worked great for the first couple of passes. But like I said, at one point, the wrapper finally got so far behind it couldn't keep up. The baler also got too far behind. And it just, yeah, it pretty much fell to pieces after a while. And I think Follow Me had the same problem with the wrapper as Courseplay does with the square bale wrapper. Follow Me does not stop. Doesn't stop and wait for the wrapper to finish. Oh, lost it on the curve there a little bit. Okay, let's see. Assuming the sell point is around back here. Yes, it is. Napster was asking, where did I get the case seeder from? I can only find the 32-meter one. I believe I got that off of American Eagle Modding. Either that, the American Style Modding website. I can never remember those two, which one I got what equipment off of. And just a hint for anybody looking for good American Style mods there, make sure you check out both of those websites. They typically have a little more American Style mods if you're looking for that type of equipment. And by the way as well, if you are looking for the equipment I am using, I do have a mod list in the description below. Make sure you check that out if you're wondering where any of the mods I have came from. And like I mentioned before, I don't necessarily have all the mods in there, as some of the mods I've gotten have come from the multiplayer server. So those mods, obviously, I do not have links for, nor do I know where they necessarily have come from. And typically as well, if I don't have it in the mod list, you can always look it up as well. Usually it works pretty good. Just do FS17 and then whatever mod name you want. And usually you can find the mods quite easily that way. Samuel's asking, do you think there will be another DLC? Oh, I'm sure Farming Sim will have a couple more DLCs if I had to guess. What they will be on, though, I have no idea. Hopefully there will be some more good DLCs like the Coon DLC there. Just my opinion here, I think some of the Farming Simulator 15 DLCs were a bit on the gimmicky side. Not a whole lot of content, really. Whereas the Coon DLC I thought was pretty good. Especially for the first DLC Farming Simulators released. Thought that was a nice assortment of equipment. Some random was saying the round baler wraps the bales as well. Which I believe I mentioned that. Maybe I didn't, but I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. Yes, the Coon round baler does wrap the bales. So for anybody wondering that, it is a baler and wrapper. So kind of like the Krone Ultima. Again, for those of you familiar with the Krone Ultima from 15, same style there with the Coon baler. And I have not personally tried the Coon round bale wrapper yet. But I'm assuming it works the same way as the Krone did. And hopefully we'll do that on Goldcrest Valley. Like I was mentioning there, next time around we mow the grass, hopefully we'll have enough money and we'll go ahead and pick up the Coon round baler there and give that a try. Okay, we might as well just leave that tractor there. And the combine is full. Okay, let's go unload him a moment. D. Johnson was saying, Courseplay does not work with the round baler either. So good to know there. It will unload the baler into the wrapper, but will not unload the wrapper part. I'm not sure that, I'm sure that course play will be fixed soon for the new toys. Yes, I have to agree with them on that one. I'm sure course play will be being updated here eventually. And I'm pretty sure the square bale wrapper and then the round baler wrapper as well will work at some point. Delcom was saying, I was wondering if you would remember the gas station in the town center. Nope, did not. Also, maybe turn down the field speed on the wrapper to like 5 miles per hour. See if course play would operate. I'm thinking not, since course play overrides manual controls like auto unload. That could very well be. I'm not sure on that. Jeffrey was saying the wrapper wraps round bales as well. Oh, I did not know that. Interesting. So the square bale wrapper, according to him, will do round bales as well. Doesn't seem like quite the right style to do that, but okay. Anyway, I think we'll do a little planting here just so we're not harvesting the entire episode here. Oh, we're going to have to fill it up first. Okay, so maybe we won't be doing any planting here, at least right away. And we'll bump that down to 22. Why did that auger swing out? That was interesting. Thinking I'm missing a control here. Anyway. Not sure what I did to get that to swing out. I know it does function, that auger there. At least it will swing out. See, we're on field 12 here. Okay, so yeah, we need to head over to the other field. One nice thing about the air seeder here now, we probably won't have to fill up quite so often. These fields may look a little bit deceiving. They are actually quite large, like even field 12 there. If you look at the map, maybe it doesn't look that big. It is actually a really big field there. And of course, the field 12 is big. Hate to think, you know, like 16 and 14 here. Those are just huge fields. I kind of have to agree with someone. I forget who said it again. Actually, it might have been a couple people that suggested it. But if you're looking for an Oklahoma-like map, you may want to check out Rattlesnake Valley here, at least for the size and the size of the fields. I mean, definitely different layout, definitely different look than what Oklahoma has, but for the size, it is probably about the closest you can get at the moment, I would say. Oh, and we got a planter lined up on this end of the field, too. Okay, well, we probably don't need a planter on both ends of the field here. We'll just back this out of the way here. Hopefully that's out of the way enough. Matthew was saying the benefit of the merger is it doesn't get dirt and rocks like the wheel rakes will. Brody was asking, is there a big truck bale picker-upper for the console? Not that I know of. And if I had to guess, there probably won't be either. It's probably due to the script there that picks up the bales. And not just the bales as well. It's pretty much an auto-loading script that can auto-load most items. That is probably the reason you won't see... Oh, now it folds out. Okay. I wonder, can you actually fill it from this side here? Well, we can fill the tractor up with fuel. I will have to say that this is one thing I do have to complain about. This truck has fuel, fertilizer, and seeds on it. And I believe it's both types of fertilizer, I'm assuming. But when you get a seeder like this that can hold both seed and fertilizer, and of course the tractor can hold fuel, it's sometimes, at least I find, to be really difficult to actually get it to fill with what you actually want it to fill with. You know, in this case, seed and fertilizer. Just a Belgian Gamer was saying, a great video. 38 Clozak was saying a merger is used because it's much more gentle with the crop. Also, if you use the side output, you can make a monster windrow. He says, which is necessary if you want to use today's forage harvesters to their max capacity. Yes, of course, it's not going to fill up the seed now, is it? Let's try the other side of the tractor here. Actually, it might be... I wonder if we got to be behind the seeder. That might be what it is again. Unlike 15, this seeder is actually all one part here. Back in Farming Simulator 15, you had the front portion that held the fertilizer, and the rear portion that actually held the seed. Nope, not going to fill up from there. Okay. Like I said, this is always the one complaint I've had about this this truck. And it's probably not necessarily the truck's fault. It's probably Farming Simulator's fault somehow with how they manage the refilling and stuff like this with multiple items available at a time. Refill sower. Yes, it'd be nice if you would refill the sower. Fairly certain this will refill from here. It's just, like I said before, getting it actually to do so. Ah, there we go. Finally. Sometimes you just got to turn the truck around. I don't think it actually matters, to my knowledge, what side of the truck you're on. It just seems like it does sometimes. Okay, and we'll wait a moment here for it to fill up. Shouldn't take too long, hopefully. And it'll be interesting to see, too, how long it actually lasts on this field. Wow, still filling up yet? Really? Okay, there we go. Let's fire this up here. And yes, this John Deere 8R here can pull it. I almost, though, have to actually have the like a 9560 or a little bit larger articulated tractor to actually pull this size seeder with. So that tractor does actually struggle just a little bit pulling it at times. Andrew was saying I really like the row crop planter. Talking about the Kuhn DLC planter there. Reminds me of the John Deere 1720. Michael was saying the front seed tank as well as other equipment that has wheels. Those wheels are used to spread the weight of the tractor, so you might want to lower it when you are using it. I rather figured that's what it was for. Just wasn't sure if there was a function in the game it was used for. Samuel was asking, how do you update your game? And I've had several other people ask as well. I'm assuming those individuals probably do not have the Steam version of the game. So if you don't have the Steam version of the game and you need to update your copy of Farming Simulator, you need to go to the Farming Simulator website. And up along the top there, click on the updates, and that will take you to the update portion of the Farming Simulator there. You can download the updates. And like I said, we're now on 1.4.2 at the time I'm recording this. They had to, sounds like, roll out another update rather quickly to fix some bugs from the 1.4 update. Anyway, folks, looking at time, looks like it's about time to wrap up the episode. So that you folks have any comments or questions, be sure to leave them below. And as always, thanks for watching, and until next time.